Well, hello there. Welcome to Greenfield Overlanding. It's always good when you end up with extra parts. Hey guys, welcome back to Greenfield Overlanding. Today we're going to be installing the Quadratec Hood Struts, and I'm going to show you why we wanted to get these installed. It's 2025. We've got a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon here, and as for any of you owners know, it's got the old-fashioned stick that you need to hold the hood open. Now, it does work, but as you know, if you're doing any work around the battery or anything on the left side, trying to change your air filter, this guy is always in your way. So the hood struts are going to hold this guy open and open it for us whenever we release the latch. And it's a quick 15-minute, so they say, install. We're going to show you if that's the case today. Let's put it to the test. All right, so here's everything that came in the box in the Quadratec Hood Struts. Of course, we've got our struts and our mounting brackets here. These will go on the existing hood, and they install in existing spots. So there's no drilling, it's just going to be bolting these parts onto the hood as it is today with the supplied screws and quick install. It actually came with full color instructions. So as they said, 15 minutes. Couple simple tools, 10mm socket, 4mm hex socket, and masking tape. All right, on some of the videos we watched of the install of these, they said to cycle the strut about 5 times before install. So we're gonna do that for each of the struts, and that'll be our workout for today because we gotta do this by hand. So I just put some cardboard on the ground here. We're gonna put all our weight on it, and there's one. Okay, so we're gonna do that 5 times for each one. That way, the first time it's on, oh yeah, that's a good workout. All right, I already did that one 5 times. Let's move on to the next one.
Feel the burn.
Yeah, exactly. Good squats for today. Not easy. Good job. And 5, all right. We'll put them on now. Step 1, we're gonna remove this 10mm bolt right here, all the way in the back. So I've got my 10mm socket and just pull that right out. There we go. All right, so we're gonna install this bracket here. Now, the key is we want to make sure that the ball is pointed in. So we're gonna basically set it like that. And then use the same screw that we started with, or same bolt that we started with. Put that back in there. It's gonna be fun to get to. So I'm just gonna hand tighten it here. You probably can't see anything, but there you go. We're doing it like that. Make sure it's nice and straight before we finish tightening it there. All right, that's in there good. Now that we've got the bracket installed here, we're gonna install the top bracket. So the painter's tape is listed in the required tools, and I'll show you. That's mainly just a little helper for you, and it does come in handy to have taping this seal that you pull down out of the way. So make sure you get a good grip on that, and just hold that little seal out of the way, a little helping hand there. So we're gonna be installing here into this cutout that's already in the hood. And I'll show you, if you want to zoom down in here, Brian, at the pieces we need. So for starters, there's 2 of these brackets, and they're different. Make sure you get the one that has the ball on the inside here, so that when you're mounted, the ball is pointing out into the hood. The other one, it'll look more like that. So make sure you get the one where with the bolts holes, you're going to look like that. And to get things started, we're going to take one of these M6 15s. These are the shorter of the bolts that they come with. They do come with the longer ones. So you use the shorter ones. And you're going to put through the solid hole here, not the cutout, the solid hole. And then you're going to take the back mount here and you're going to just start the threading on that. So get yourself a good start on that, but don't go all the way in too tight, just slightly. Just to where you know it's not going to come off, because you don't want to lose it. All right, then we come up here and we're going to slip the back of, actually sorry, we're going to slip the top in and then the bottom piece down there. Make sure that the entire little back piece is up inside the slit there. And then grab another M6-15, and what you're going to do is start that in the top hole there. So we're just using our hands, we're just going to screw that in and get that started on that top hole. And this is where the painter's tape is coming in handy, because it's keeping that seal out of the way. All right, I feel like we got it started there. So as you can see now, it's holding in, and that's just slightly started. I'm going to give it another couple turns. All right, now what we're going to do is we've got our 4mm hex head socket attached here, and we're going to bring this piece in so where both screws or bolts are now engaged. And I'm just going to slowly, even by hand, just start to spin this top one here. Give it a few different ways. It'll take a little time to get there. All right, let's move down to the bottom. We're not fully tight there at the top yet. Let's make sure we do it evenly. All right, we're almost tight there. Let's go ahead and finish the bottom. All right, just doing a hand tight on these. I think they'll stay just fine. All right, so now we have it installed, and you can see we have both our ball connectors on the inside here and the bottom one down to there. Okay, last step here, and this is probably the easiest. We're going to install the struts. Now, as you can see, there's a hole for where the ball mount goes. You're going to start with the top one and make sure you've got your chamber here at the top. Some of the other units install this way, but Quadratec's go in with the chamber at the top. So we're going to start at the top. We should just push and snap. When you hear a click, you're in. You move down to the bottom. You may need to rotate it just slightly. Push and snap, and you're in. All right, remove our blue tape, let our seal move back up in there, and we've got one side done. Now we're going to do the passenger side, and same process, just slightly different parts for this side. All right, fully installed now. Let's see how it works. It's always good when you end up with extra parts. And what we figured out is the Quadratec model comes with an M25, M625 length bolt and washer. And you could have used that instead of using your factory bolt that I used to replace and install these lower brackets. So either one, these are holding really tightly, so I wanted to use the factory, but it does come with these if you wanted to use them. Okay, let's see if it worked. So we've got both struts installed now. We're gonna take our factory stick and ta-da! Look at that. Holds open nicely, easy to close, and then it's latched down there. And of course, we'll use these, but let's give it one more release.
Sweet.
Smooth as butter. Look at that. And I'd say 30 minutes. If you watch this video, you'll see exactly how to do it and none of the mistakes we made. And you can do it in 30 minutes too. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time on Greenfield Overlanding.